2024 was a dipping a toe in the water type year for him, and the plan all along was to have him ready for 2025 and beyond. At just 22 years old, and Dallas Turner breaks out this year in a big way. Cowboys center Cooper Beebe is a player I really liked in the draft process last year coming out of Kansas State, and to me, he was the epitome of a high floor, not necessarily high ceiling, but a high floor starter that should start for the next several years, and through one season, his career has played out exactly like that. I don't think Cooper Beebe is going to be the next Travis Frederick and make several Pro Bowls and be in the Cowboys Ring of Honor, but he should be a solid starter for the next couple of years, and I do think he will break out in 2025. I really think the Cowboys do a lot of things right as a franchise, and I know a lot of people like to get their jokes in specifically about the NFC Championship game streak, but they are doing everything they can within reason to help Dak Prescott, whether it was trade for George Pickens, whether it was draft an offensive lineman in the first round in Tyler Booker, who I think will be a good player as well, and to effectively complete the offensive line. I really like what Dallas has done over the past couple of years to legitimately give Dak Prescott a chance, and ultimately I do think Cooper Beebe will improve upon what was a solid rookie season, especially for a third-round pick. Dalton Kincaid was the Bills' first-round pick back in 2023, and he had a really good rookie season, all things considered. He had over 670 yards, and he only had 2 touchdowns, but what has to be remembered, not just for Dalton Kincaid, but for any Bills skill position player, a lot of the time they are going to sacrifice touchdowns because of how often Josh Allen runs the football in the red zone. But anytime Buffalo drafts Dalton Kincaid, or Kansas City drafts Xavier Worthy, or Baltimore drafts Zay Flowers, a lot of the time you're going to have lofty expectations because of who is throwing passes to them. Now, I do think Dalton Kincaid disappointed in 2024 relative to the player we thought he was going to be, but I don't think his career is over by any stretch of the imagination, and I think he will have a 1,000-yard season at some point in his career. Maybe not in 2025, but he is just 26 years old, or will be just 20. But he will be just 26 years old in October, and I really like the potential of Kincaid in this offense. I know the title of today's video is 4 players that will break out in 2025, but I wanted to include a couple of extras, and I think Dalton Kincaid certainly applies. I would be really surprised if his rookie season proves to be his peak, because he was a really good prospect coming out of Utah, and the flashes have been there over the first couple of years. At this point, it's just about consistency, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if he has a 65-catch, 800-yard 2025 season en route to a potential Bills Super Bowl appearance. Ravens corner Nate Wiggins was a first-round pick back in 2024, and I thought he improved as the year went on. And for Nate to show the flashes he did as a 21-year-old rookie, and again, to get better as the season went on, to me is nothing but promising moving forward. The Ravens are a really well-run organization, and they do a lot of things the right way, and there's a reason they have been successful year in and year out. Marlon Humphrey will be 29 years old during the 2025 season, and corners usually do not have a graceful drop-off. Usually it is they are good one season, and then they are not good the next, and that's usually how it goes. And the reason that it goes like that is because when offensive coordinators and head coaches are in the film room, they can really pick up on a player's negatives or pick up on bad habits that a player may fall into once their physical ability goes. And not to say that Marlon is going to drop off this season specifically, but it will happen at some point. And for the Ravens to draft a really good player in Nate Wiggins, who fell into their laps due to injury concerns because of how slender his physical build is a good representation of why the Ravens are so good at what they do. The Ravens also lost corner Brandon Stevens in free agency, and while Nate Wiggins only started 6 games during his rookie year, as long as he's healthy, I fully expect him to be out there in 2025 and to play at a high level. I also wanted to shout out Cardinals' third-year pass rusher B.J. Ojolari, as I've been a big B.J. Ojolari fan for a couple of years, and I thought he was going to break out in 2024, but unfortunately he sustained a season-ending injury before his season could get started. Please comment below who you think is going to break out this year, and I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, as it helps with the almighty YouTube algorithm tremendously, and I cannot thank you guys enough for the support. Until next time, please be safe and have a great day. Love you guys.
Have you seen the set? Control the phones to the left and to the right, +1 and -2. Kind of running forward, getting strong game. It looks so fun. Then I just download it and give it a try. But the game is totally nothing like the ads. Look at this ad. The soldier shooting the red minions and can upgrade the weapons, but it's a fake game.
What did you download? Try tapping below and try Last War. That's where the real game that was made by all the fake ads. Look, here it is. Have a try. It's just like the ad.
The video teaches you how to speed up communication. The kid at this level is the golden soldier. Who will capture the population? Try hitting the golden super soldier. Heavens, this value is too high, isn't it? Take down the weapons from the barrel. They increase team damage. Eliminate the enemy ahead with ease. Teenagers strike the golden giants. Big yellow hair, don't bother me. Hey, hey, hey. This big yellow hair display high damage. Oh, you should try the lots of war and fight with us.
Hey, if your partner is being secretive with their phone, you need to do this now. Most people are unaware this simple, yet powerful website exists. If you feel suspicious about a person in your life, you need to do this before it's too late. Just enter their phone number in this app and prepare to be surprised.
Here we go. Set. Shut up. Let's go now. Hut, hut. Let's go. Hut. Set. Ready. Ready, ready. Hut, hut. Got it. Ready? Ready, ready. Down. Go. Here we go. Here we go. Head up.
Right there.
Come on, come on. Set. Ready, ready. Set. Hut. Ready, ready. Set. Set up. Let go. Set. Ready. Hut. Go. Ready. Ready. Here we go. Set. Let's go now. Set, go. Let's go. Set, go. Set. Set up. Ready, ready. Hut. Down. Ready. Ready, break. Hut, hut. Here we go, here we go. Ready, ready. Come on, set. 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 Hut, hut. Set up. Ready. Set. Ready. Ready up. Go. Ready. Here we go. Set. Let's go now. Set up. Let's go. go. Check go. On the set. Ready. Okay, break. Come on, set. On the double. Hut, hut. Set. Ready. Set up. Go.
The fuck?
Set. Ready.
I didn't know what happened.
Ready. Set up. Ready, set. Ready, ready. Ready. Hut.
Can't go.
feeds from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, well, the best of them take advantage of it.
Let's go now. Bring it. Check go.
Going to the ground again on first. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Okay, ready.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Let's go. 19 Lions. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Play action. Here's Penix. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
60 Bobcat. Set.
Penix here from the gun. Caught, nice gain left side. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they bring him to a stop, but this run gets him into the red zone down to the 15. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
From the shotgun, Penix. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Here we go.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there, and he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Penix working from the gun. He's on the move. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal. Penix looking to pass. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
1 yard on the play. It's now 3rd and goal.
Robinson. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. Nothing on that play, and now it's 4th and goal from the 2.
Well, this defense simply outplayed the offense here in these first 3 downs. And now they put this offense in the unenviable position of deciding what to do on 4th and goal.
4th down, here's Penix. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Goff taking it right to the air. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. He's racing up the right sideline. And a huge run comes to an end as he heads out of bounds. Wow. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
This is Gibbs on 2nd down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. Back and beginning the 2nd quarter. Lions in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
11.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Oh, baby, he gets rocked and the ball is out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
And this is going to be a short carry that just reaches the 40. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Penix now to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. Down to the 10. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal.
Here we go, set.
He keeps it himself. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Falcons get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Michael Penix Jr. the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. Young Hui Koo on for the point after. Oh, it's a fake. Looks like they're going to throw. He calls his own number again. And he's in. So how about this? A throwback you almost never see anymore. The fake extra point works and extends their lead by 2. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Return starts from the goal line. Takes it just shy of that end zone. Gotta have a better plan if you bring it out of the end zone. Barely anything on that return.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You gotta think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks it with a really long field ahead.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Hell, you won.
Another one for Gibbs. And he's brought down after getting this up across the 15. It'll be a gain of 5. They still need 4 on 3rd down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Complete beyond the marker. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. He's throwing deep to the left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Goff on 3rd. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jordan Fuller comes up with it. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.